Welcome back, professional project managers and PMO directors, to today's Premium Explainer. We're tackling a phase that really separates the amateurs from the true pros, and that is project closing. Now, we all know this isn't just about checking a box so you can move on. It's about how project closing creates the permanent, executive-ready record of your hard work. By the end of this session, you're going to understand exactly how PMolly empowers you to formally confirm deliverable acceptance, synthesize your performance data, and capture that vital organizational knowledge. We're making sure your project's legacy is absolutely undeniable. Here is our quick chronological roadmap for the project closing workflow today. We'll start with 5.1, the acceptance form, move into 5.2, the final project report, and wrap up with 5.3, the closeout.
Okay, let's dive right into section 5.1, the acceptance form, which is your formal deliverable acceptance documentation.
Think of this form as the absolute bedrock of your project's completion. Without formal acceptance, project completion is, well, it's ambiguous, right? It lacks real contractual evidence. The business value here is huge because it gives you undeniable proof that deliverables were approved against strictly defined criteria. So when do you use it? Exactly when your deliverables are ready for stakeholder review, but strictly before you even think about starting the final report. The acceptance status you capture here feeds directly into all your final documentation.
Generating this form is incredibly streamlined. First, you'll just navigate to acceptance straight from your canvas. From there, take a look at the deliverables. You'll notice PMolly automatically populates these directly from your scope module, bringing all those acceptance criteria right along with it. Next, the AI runs validation checks against your 7-section specification framework. Once it's validated, you simply record the status, so accepted, accepted with conditions, or rejected. Finally, just collect those digital signatures and export your PDF for your formal records. Easy as that.
Let's break down the division of labor here, because it's a true partnership. PMolly's AI handles the heavy lifting, meaning it auto-populates all the deliverables and criteria and structures the documentation for you. But your inputs, they are critical. As the PM, you have to supply the actual acceptance decisions, the reviewer names, and any necessary conditions. The editable fields are there so you can set the specific status per deliverable, add remediation notes, and of course capture that vital signature data.
To really master this step, we need to set up some guardrails. A super common mistake is accepting deliverables without actually verifying the criteria back from the scope module. Or worse, conditionally accepting something without documenting specific remediation deadlines. Don't do that. On the flip side, a great pro tip is to link your acceptance results directly to your quality inspection records for full traceability. Seriously, treat this form as a strict contractual requirement because, well, it is.
Moving smoothly along to section 5.2, the final project report, which is your comprehensive project performance record. So, once your deliverables are accepted and your 100% control gate is officially locked tight, we transition to building the definitive 13-section record of your project. The strategic why behind this software design is pretty profound. This final report serves as your project's permanent record. It satisfies all those critical governance requirements and demonstrates absolute professionalism to anyone who reviews it. Now, what's really interesting here is how the system handles your performance data. Looking at this budget performance summary, you can see how PMolly synthesizes earned value management metrics straight from that locked 100% control gate. Because that gate is locked before generation, your data integrity is pristine. It gives you this unalterable, executive-ready breakdown of your baseline versus actual costs. No second-guessing the numbers here. Direct your attention over to the embedded S-curve chart. This is brilliant for illustrating your cumulative planned value, earned value, and actual costs. PMolly actually uses the exact same shared planned value computation as the planning budget module. That ensures perfect algorithmic parity from day one of your project all the way through to this final report. And if we zoom in right here on the tooltip, you can see the precise data interpolation. Earned value and actual cost are mapped seamlessly onto the monthly timeline directly from your control gate performance snapshots. It creates a highly polished, premium visual. It's exactly the kind of thing executives and stakeholders can instantly understand and appreciate. Generating this 13-section masterpiece is really straightforward. Simply click PMolly Generate, and then you'll review the sections, which cover everything from scope, delivery, to budget and schedule results, right down to risk outcomes and stakeholder feedback. You do need to verify your locked 100% control gate data. And here's the crucial part. While the AI writes those initial narratives explaining the results in plain language, you must jump in and edit those. You need to add your contextual, project-specific commentary before you version, lock, and export the PDF.
I absolutely have to stress the necessity of locking that control gate first. Generating the report before it's locked is a massive mistake that just leads to incomplete performance data. Remember, performance data here is permanently locked to ensure audit compliance. Also, whatever you do, don't omit your actionable lessons learned and final recommendations. Ensure your lessons learned are highly specific and always version and lock that PDF for future audits.
Let's wrap things up with our final module, Section 5.3, Closeout. This is your formal project closure and archiving phase. This brings us to the ultimate conclusion of your project, where we ensure all administrative, financial, and contractual loose ends are securely tied up. You do this strictly after the final report is locked. It's all about preparing the project for formal completion, capturing organizational learning, and crucially, preventing unreleased resources from lingering in your systems like ghosts. Trust me, ghost resources can completely wreck your future resource planning. Here is your execution workflow. First, navigate to closeout. Take a minute to review the closure checklist. You'll notice PM Molly's AI actually generates a comprehensive checklist tailored specifically to your project type, your industry, and your organizational complexity. From there, you just confirm remaining actions, complete the items, add your notes, close contracts, capture those final lessons learned, and document the benefits realization status. Finally, archive the documents, release your resources, and mark the project as formally closed. Looking at the system versus user responsibilities for closeout, you'll see the AI provides a really solid, categorized, PMI recommended checklist framework. But the ball is in your court to input the highly valuable qualitative data. You are the one providing the completion status, the final lessons learned, complete with impact and recommendations, and critically, the benefits realization metrics. You're explicitly comparing the expected value against the actual value delivered. A quick word of warning, please do not rush this step. Skipping or half-stepping the closeout is a huge error. Incomplete closure causes immediate headaches for future projects. Ensure absolutely every contract is settled and every single resource is formally released. Systematic closure and capturing genuinely actionable lessons learned, that's the true hallmark of project management maturity. Use the checklist and make sure you document measurement plans for benefits realization that will continue even post-closure. So I'll leave you with this final thought. Will your project's lessons learned transform your organization's future, or are they simply going to be forgotten in some unarchived digital folder? PM Molly's project closing module empowers you to make sure it's the former. It gives you the exact structure you need to create a lasting, professional, executive-ready legacy of your project's true value. Take the time to close properly, and your work is going to resonate long after that final deliverable is signed off. Thanks so much for joining this explainer today, and happy managing.